Okay, let's just quickly start wrapping up things. So flat on the Nifty, and let's just look at the Nifty Bank, which will end about 0.5% higher. Will we cross that level of 43,790? Not quite. Just still a little short of that particular number, 43,775. 15 points off that number for the Nifty Bank. The mid and the small cap indices, I think, had a much more decent session, although when the intraday on small cap index will tell you that we've come off quite a bit actually on the small cap index from the day's high. The day's high was made right at the word go at about 926 or so, and we end only about 1/3% higher. The mid cap index will end again almost unchanged, literally nothing, no change on the mid cap index, 42,030. So it's as quiet as they come, long weekend, and I think so. Lack of global cues as well. No US markets last night. Today as well, US markets will open, but they will shut early. So in that sense, when we come back on Tuesday, you basically will have just one day to react to, which is Monday's session to react to, provided not very much happens today later in the US. Prima.
I think that was the key, right?
Yeah.
Just the fact that there were no global cues coming in, at least from Wall Street. Indian markets are shut, very ranged. In terms of the big movers, large cap movers, on the way down, IT sold off. The Nifty IT index down over 1%. Wipro, HCL Tech, TCS taking a hit. Britannia down 1.5%, and Apollo Hospitals too sold off quite aggressively. On the gaining side, Adani Enterprises top Nifty gainer, 3% rally. Pharma names rebounded, particularly Cipla after yesterday's drubbing. Cipla was higher by 2.5%. You had strength in a couple of private sector banks, so Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. Gains range between 0.5% to 1%.
And then there was a story of government insurance companies, right? It's been really the big sort of trend from the mid-cap and small-cap action. LIC is going home with gains of almost 9.5%. GIC up 15%. New India Assurance has spent the better part of the day locked in 20% upper circuit. It's been phenomenal, the move that some of these government insurers have made. But it's not just the government insurers. HAL has had a very, very good session, 5% on Hindustan Aeronautics. BHEL about 6.5% up. So not looking bad. Bharat Dynamics, since we're talking defense-related stocks, 5% up on Bharat Dynamics. Castrol is up about 3.5%. Jupiter Wagons up about 5%. And Granules as well from the pharma pack is up about 4%. So quiet session for sure, but individual stocks as usual flying around. I'm just checking if there are any major noticeable losers worth highlighting. Well, some profit taking on NBFC is continuing. There's Mannapuram, there's L&T Finance Holdings, RBL Bank. So very clear, guys, that that whole impact of the RBI announcements, that's still working its way through the system, not entirely over and done.
Absolutely. We had, by the way, the Ujjivan management this morning.
Yeah.
They said that they're working to lowering what they internally think they'll be able to. They want to grow. So first half growth was some 40% plus, but second half they're saying they didn't put any number, but they said we're seriously looking at moderating
their own internal filters,
growth targets and advances. Well, so that's the impact of the RBI. Not just, of course, the measures which were announced last Thursday, but of course midweek, the statements from the governor himself, putting a fair bit of emphasis on what they've done and what they'd like to see happening with banks and NBFCs. Well, it's a wrap on this edition of Closing Bell from all of us here. Goodbye. Thanks very much for watching. It's a long weekend, so enjoy yourselves. Have a restful, long holiday. But don't go anywhere for now, because our Friday special Smart Money will take up all the action going forward.